I'm Jody Herbis, current Chamber of Commerce President and one of the owners of BioClean Disaster Services here in Lloydminster. In the late 2000s, I was invited over to the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center and invited down into their basement that had flooded at that time. When I arrived, I found sewer, water, cracks in the foundation, and as you're going to see as we go through this video, lots of problems. Unfortunately, their budget was very limited at the time, so we were asked to apply band-aids in this area that was aptly called the dungeon. And as time progressed, more and more band-aids became applied as they tried to raise funds. Other areas of the building also needed to have upgrades, and so the dungeon started to become a last priority, something that they were just going to leave until a future time. But that time has passed. Band-aids on a serious wound can only last so long, and as I'm sure all of you know, a foundation is the most important part of a structure. If a foundation isn't maintained and taken care of, the entire building becomes in danger of collapse. Citizens of Lloydminster that need these vital services were more than grateful when the upstairs was renovated and they have a safe space to come in and talk to people, receive counseling. You can hear someone walking upstairs right now, and that's perfect. That's what it's designed to do. But in this basement, in this dungeon, it's now time that we take action, Lloydminster. We have to get behind this project. We have to make sure this building remains safe. So we're going to give you a little tour so you can see just what a disaster situation this is down here. As you can see around us, walls are crumbling. As we move into the next room, it's going to be what they call the laundry room. Can you imagine yourself having to come down here as an employee or as a person and having to deal with this? What you can see maybe behind me here is this is a crawl space underneath of this wood. And what's been happening over time is repeated water and sewer has damaged this side of the building. This wooden floor is actually starting to cave in. If you might not be able to see it, but if you come visit, it's actually starting to slant in a certain direction. If you go underneath into the crawl space, you'll see the wood is rotting out. We can't leave it like this. And people come down here and try to do laundry services in this dark, dungeony-like environment. Absolutely not. The time has passed for that. So we can continue the tour and go into certain areas and find out more of what's going on. Here we see over time patchwork has been done, and it's helped maintain it, but these patches aren't going to last forever. We see different areas where pipes have been installed. We have to get all this corrected. We see that there's electrical that's running, and holes have literally been punched in the walls with jackhammers and similar devices. It's just become a disaster zone down here, unfortunately. Going into one of the rooms here where they have their tel data, their storage, you just look around. What words do you have for this type of a situation? And they've been making it do because it's important to the citizens of Lloydminster that this stays open. But this foundation is long past its time. It's almost 100 years old. Fantastic. We're glad it lasted this long. We have to continue this renovation process and address this foundation before it's too late. Some things, when you slap a band-aid on them, they don't last very long at all. And going into some of these areas, again, you can see around crumbling ceilings, electrical, just running here, there, and everywhere, just so they could make it do on the budgets that they had. And remember, all budgets that they had up to date were designed to help the upstairs first, so that any citizens requiring services could come in here and feel safe upstairs. And through your donations and through your help, they've done that. Fantastic. Through different fundraising campaigns, they have turned the upstairs into a beautiful, safe space that women and children can come and get beyond the tragedy that they've gone through. But this foundation, its time is getting too close to being done. If we go into here, this was an old jail cell, which is quite interesting back when this was City Hall. But if we look what's happening in here, if we see what's happening in here, the ladies, the people don't even know what to do. So they're asking you if you can assist with donation. It is going to be their largest project to date. It is going to be something that is going to cost a lot of money to do it right, so that the foundation lasts another 100 years, at least, so they don't have to go through all this again. But it does require that we pay attention, we take notice, we go to these events that we're invited to, we give online donations, and share. Please share this information with your friends, your family, fellow business owners, whoever you have. Make sure they understand. This is the boiler room, this is the furnace room. Back in this corner, here's the original brick structure, here's the original cement structure. The poor condition it's in is absolutely outstanding. Water comes into here on a regular basis. The time for all this patchwork is done. There's no more patchwork that can take place. It's not possible. It's time that this foundation be restored into a proper condition. Down here in the corner, what happened is that some plumbing required repairs. And so someone just jackhammered out a portion of a cement wall. Now this is part of the foundation, and it's been literally jackhammered into. For necessary water repairs, necessary sewer repairs, absolutely. And that was required to prevent some of the flooding from continuing down there. But we can't leave holes in foundations. We can't have cement foundational walls broken and expect that everything's going to be fine. So again, I'm going to be looking to the citizens of Lloydminster. This is going to be a huge project. It will be their biggest project to date. Absolutely necessary. I'm just going to wrap up the tour here. As we wrap it up, you go from this dungeon, this horrible place that the poor workers and employees of Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services building go into. And then you see really how beautiful it is throughout the rest of the building if you've ever toured. New cabinets, new cupboards. It'd be nice just to close the store. Wouldn't it just be nice to close the store and pretend it's not there? And just look at all the other renovations that they've done around here? It sure would be nice. But it'd be even nicer if rather than closing the store, we leave it open. We take the time, we donate money, and we give back to this very important organization in Lloydminster. So look forward to seeing everyone that's able to come out to the event in February 2023. And please take the time, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your family, talk to people at work, talk to people you know. This needs to become a reality before it's too late.